Hello everybody, my name is Hank? Henry? Harry. Oh shit, this is playing? Let me get some of that. We might as well.
It's time to begin your journey down. You contacted us. Now you've been chosen to join us in the underground. The PlayStation Underground. This is your initiation. To a select few, we will dispatch news about upcoming games, special offers, demos. Who knows what awaits you as a member? Log on to the PlayStation Underground website to travel deep into the underworld of PlayStation. To get immediate access to more demos and news, experience the PlayStation Underground CD magazine. 2 CDs per issue, 4 issues a year. 8 discs with playable demos. Interviews with the game makers. Behind the scenes at PlayStation events. Hints, downloadable codes, and more. Be the first to get information on the next generation of PlayStation. And see what you've only been hearing about. Finally, a magazine that doesn't make you read. It lets you play. Call 1-800-983-SONY or log onto the website to get 1 year's worth of issues and over 40 demos for less than the cost of a new game. As a PlayStation Underground member, you now have access to all the inside information a gamer could dream of. You're underground now. There's no going back.
Hello and welcome back to Placated Frustration, the show where we do our due diligence to see if Shuhei did his when he handpicked these games himself to put up on that PlayStation Plus shelf. It's GuruLam. So it's come to my attention. Just now when I was about to go live for this, I was running through the scenes and I noticed that the game source was muted. I'm like, huh, why did that happen? Did I play the intro like right at the end? No, it was like an hour and a half of everything muted. So we missed all of my best work, I'm sure. I don't remember what I said. Oh yeah. I really thought we were gonna... I don't even know what... I didn't watch all of the hour and a half, so I don't know. We missed this whole talk to these fucking chuckle fucks. This lady talking about her reed beast. Oh, we'll wade through the waters. Believe you me. Is it Wednesday? Is it merry old Wednesday? What are our thoughts looking like? Because maybe we hold off on some thoughts for now. Just for now. But what do we want? Do we want more drama? I think. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Conceptualize it. Rhetoric. V-drama. So, okay, good. Bonus from... oh, shit. Bonus from items -1. Or encyclopedia. Inland Empire. Could also be good to bump that up. What is Half-Light? No. I could see this being an option. I will say. Shivers down me spine. Ooh, we are not sneaky. Nor are we coordinated. Ah, shit. pick locks and pockets.
Ooh.
I also feel like maybe we should get some hand-eye coordination. But I think we'll go rhetoric. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do exactly that. Hello, little girl.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
I'm leaving. Who are you? Working class woman, huh? You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing a book. A good one, let's point at it.
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Of course.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Why would you call yourself that? Shouldn't you be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Phenomenal.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can
But what
see
am I?
them. The rectangles.
He points to his sleeve. Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand.
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Watch her browse books.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Ah.
Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
Give her a hug.
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks.
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
Keep hugging her.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again.
What are you doing, officer?
Less talk,
Keep hugging.
more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness. See what the feeling entails.
I'm fighting for the working class. Hey, who am I? Please, I'm a hug monster. Keep your eyes closed for a brief longer.
The feeling continues. Warm and comfy on the cold shoreline. You hear a question rising to the surface, trying to break the sensation.
Silence your thoughts.
You focus on the hug, and for a moment, everything feels serene. You hear her heart beating, or perhaps it's your own.
Oh.
I wonder how long it has been since you last hugged someone.
Do I remember?
No, you don't. And it's better that way.
What do I remember?
Nothing. Don't come back here.
But I need to remember.
Oh my God. Why are you calling me? Stop calling me. Are you drunk again?
Keep them closed.
I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you ever again. Stop calling me. Get lost from my life. You ruined it.
Officer, what are you doing?
I am fighting for the working class.
Fighting for it how?
One hug at a time.
Oh.
She's hugging us back.
I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade.
Then she breaks up the hug, her cheeks
Is there
flushed.
anything else I can help you with?
Maybe your husband is
My
missing.
husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband
Yes,
is.
but
He's missing.
I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
I can totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
Maybe your children
No,
are missing.
absolutely not.
So, where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I police
They are
what
not
I want.
missing, sir.
Okay.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're at home smoking, aren't
What?
they?
That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier.
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
So they're at a party at Jamrock. Kim, write that down.
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
I could do with a party. A killer party, not a lame-o one. Alright, I could do for a
A
party.
killer party? What is it with you and Hope Staples? My God. Please, no more talk about my daughters. They are fine.
What about the cockatoo?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, I was asking you about your cockatoo. Kim, get out that pencil.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's missing.
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. I just wanted to make sure.
Great.
She turns her attention back to the bookstand. Just one more question. What did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Oh shit, I want my heraldic bird.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Alright, I gotta go get this
The
book.
woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Oh damn, we need that pickpocket skill. Oh Kim, can you imagine if we're just pickpocketing people? I bet this little girl got all kinds of cash. Oh, we've never walked in here. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyamdal somewhere.
Hyamdal. Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyamdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women,
Oh.
epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyamdalaman, the man from Hyamdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Look at that display of
Rows
books.
and rows of Hyamdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyamdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyamdal, Return to Hyamdal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyamdal and the Hyamdal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyamdal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyamdal and the false god. Man from Hyamdal and the scorched earth.
That's a pretty good
Man
one.
from Hyamdal, the Hyamdal colonies. Man from Hyamdal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyamdal and the snow crabs.
We gotta go through all of them. This is like Man from One Piece.
Not even close.
What?
Man from Hyamdal in hell.
Shit.
Man from Hyamdal and the Forest of Slaves.
Damn.
Man from the world of Yondalaman, and so much more.
Let's do it. We got this, Kim.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
Ah!
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Hyamdal in chains.
Uh-oh, which one is it?
Kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits
better not
on
be
the
the forest.
throne, leering at the man.
Kim, don't you let him buy the forest.
She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Hyamdala man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hyamdal and the Devil Woman.
Ah, she's just a devil woman. Starkeep, this bookkeep is misogynistic. How could you... Could we bring the price down, maybe, if we do that? Maybe we bring the price down. Ah, shit. We don't have the rhetoric. We didn't have the thought. Damn. That's not gonna work. Let's go for it.
The entire series is also endearingly racist, if I may add.
Kim, what do you mean? What do you mean by that, Kim?
Oh, sirs, I know. This really isn't representative of our values, but the store has to cater to its customers.
Give it to me for free. Let me take this off of your hands. You can't display this here. Kim, grab the books. I'm gonna take a look around.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyamdal novels.
we might come back for that. I need this 10 cents though, real bad. Old sports magazines tucked into a dark corner. That's not what it said, but it'll do. It's close enough. It's over here. The book collects the national recipes of Ada. They're all about the lake trout. Excuse me, madame? What's behind this curtain?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Hell yeah, I
A
do.
strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Oh, grab the trinket.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
The back room is strictly for employees only.
And homeless people. I'm a hobo cop. Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Oh, fuck, I need that.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Not enough. Not enough to protect you from me, lady. Take it.
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
Okay.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeep, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
You're right.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you,
Okay.
urging you to buy more books.
Okay.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
My theory is, if we rip them down now, we're never gonna know what's truly back there. She's gonna come screaming and swinging. But if we sneak in... Oh, we're not very sneaky. That'll never work. Let's pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
There's the shriek.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her finger nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
What do you mean?
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Okay. This is about the curse? That's why you're afraid. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them. Alright, I'll think about it for a while. Is this about the curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
Okay, but I need to investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
This is different though, man.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
Someone was killed there?
I am sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that.
We're going in.
No! Please just talk to me, officer.
We're going
Come
in.
here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Okay, we're going in
Talking
now.
is always good. Go see what she has to say.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Rhetoric, but
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful.
I say we just tear them down.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Okay. We'll come back to the curtains, Kim, don't worry. Oh, you thought you'd hide from me over here. Okay, you're hiding from me over here.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over
The Dick
and over.
Mullen. Storekeep? What's this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes.
What do you
We're
mean?
fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Well, how does he sort that out? What do you mean? What do you mean, sort out?
You're a police officer, apparently.
Yes.
You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Okay, well... Now I'm gonna have to tear down your curtains. After that little
The
remark,
curtains, tattered with age and
we're gonna rip them apart.
you see a dimly lit room full of
Fuck these
dusty
curtains.
furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
No, don't worry. I'm Hobocop. Let's take a look. Here we go. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. At least we made 20 cents coming in here.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
I see 11. 28 is not. Let's knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Hold on. Let's bust out the crowbar and the boombox too. There we go. Now we're fucking ready. Boom.
A heavy door with a missing handle
Here we go.
stands before you.
We did it.
covered in
Oh,
dozens,
I can't
if
believe
not
we actually
hundreds,
did it!
Of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
We're so powerful. Oh my god.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
Okay.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Okay. So without a word, welcome to Revachol. Fuck the system. Freeze, dirtbags. Hands up now. Fuck, it hurts. Freeze, dirtbags. Sand is dripping from the punching bag. Oh, what are we stepping? Kim, what do you think about that?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's an adventure. It's our new fucking house. New house. It's an adventure.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages.
This is where the superhero trains.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Now we get the power of sound, baby. Echolocation.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been in here
Yes,
for ages?
because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do.
Banal?
Now let's move on, shall we?
Alright, but we're keeping the boombox out. Damn. There we go. Thunder and lightning, you know it. The poster says Sidious Fortis. The rest is worn off. Oh shit, what is this? We got a little ball. Can we give that to the old men? Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. Kim, you spot me?
Barbell lies on the floor. The cover
Yep.
has worn off its weight plates.
We're going for it.
It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
Let's
There are
fucking
no
do it.
collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
We don't care.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Oh my god. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? Should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
We're picking
It's
this
just
bar up.
a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
We're not picking the bar up. We're about music now. We're about lights and music. Okay, there's nothing else over here from the looks of it. Oh, hello. The hallway's blocked by an old window panes and debris. Hello? Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Kim, you got that gun? A large demijohn filled with strange liquid. Drink. Drink, 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 drink! Oh, it's getting spooky. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Let's do a quick save. It's getting spooky in here. Go rummaging around. A naked mannequin torso. A strange yellow color. Ugh. Let's take all this money. Blue velvet. Soft to the touch. Moth bitten. Oh, hello. But why are there clothes it used... But where are the clothes it used to display? The mannequin? What the hell?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural.
Yeah.
Some of the
hella
writing
tight.
has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Hell yeah, I'm about to cast some wax-based magic. I gotta get a water though.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Okay, let me pick
Who
another
are
up.
all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Hell yeah.
You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Oh shit, yeah.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine that Welkin while I get a water.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
You're telling me I can be the high Welkin casting wax magic?
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Hey, you're right. You're right.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Look at the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Let's take a look at this schedule,
This
then.
is a monthly calendar from the year 50.
Oh, my bad.
Cryptic
Calendar.
words like
Ooh, let's
sprint,
look at the calendar.
daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Yo, hold on. Hold on. Where's my gosh darn Dr. Pepper?
Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's
Mini-me?
part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Tell me more about that shit.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Take a look at those notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
Ah, brilliant. Let's get out of here. So, who took those clothes then?
This appears to be some kind of
shit.
machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
Turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Let's take a look
It's
inside.
empty, like a beehive without its brood.
Oh, beehive.
Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Memory? What do you mean? Press play.
Nothing happens.
Press play again.
Nothing happens.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Look inside the
It's
compartment.
empty.
This is where the memory should go.
Leave. Photographs and memories. Bloom, 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 bloom.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker.
Yeah.
The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on. How do I know? Well, it's our art degree, dude.
History classes. Students with their textbooks open.
Never mind, my bad.
Studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here. This must be an elaborate piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Who is the Game Master?
Someone very important.
Very important.
The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A
Okay.
conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
We're getting a lot of morale back. Which makes me wonder how to keep from going under. If it's a game, then who's
Whoever
playing?
decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
Oh, but it is.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Creepy door. Something over there. Something on the wall. Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Alright, let's take a look back here. Bap, bap, bap. Where's the secret here, huh? Got some cash?
Okay.
Ooh.
What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Undercover counterintelligence. It's just a failed business. What the hell were they making? What the hell were they making? I feel we gotta keep it straight with Kim. We can't be fucking around.
No, that's not it. I think
Yes. They made the game that we're in right now?
it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How were they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Right on.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Oh shit, you wanna go copy all those notes down? Oh shit, we could develop the game, Kim! You and me! I'll make the art. and you do, you make the game. Has anyone ever done this
Not
before?
to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We Were board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
They were insane. It was just a play to cheat money. The world is cold and lonely. Let's finish it!
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Looking around at the derelict room, the pipes howl and a rat
Okay.
crosses the floor.
Let's keep
Support
moving.
me on
Holy
Streamloops,
fucking
blah
shit.
blah blah.
Scaring the fuck out of me, Streamloop bot. I don't know. Yeah, blah blah blah's right. Alright, here we go. What is this? Skis with the slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Oh shit, we got some sort of box. A cube-like crisscross of filaments. That is so fucking expensive. It's intricate structure covered in dust, silver tape on the side, production schedule note. Oh, we could put it in the thing. Shot football. Do you think those guys will be mad if I give them a shot football? Instead of whatever fucking game they were playing? Alright. Let's toss this in here, huh?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Insert the cube.
Cast like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Hit play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned horn, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
That's all for now. Wait, what are you, a machine? Are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
Oh, hello,
Now,
Yvonne.
please repeat.
Get packs to be in the top supporters ranking. Support me at
She repeats
blah blah
passwords.
blah.
Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I
I
am?
work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. And what's that, this interactive call-in radio
Any
game?
other questions?
What is the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean the glowing
Yes.
thing?
Is that the production schedule?
I don't know.
If you are unsure, could you please take a look?
How do I do that?
Open the hatch on the compartment. Don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There's a filament inside.
It's
I
called
need to know what it's called.
It's called the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved. You should ask her for a hint.
This is the police.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
A password? I'm really bad at
No.
passwords.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank
That's
you.
all for now.
And goodbye.
Thank you, Ivan.
Tiles on the cube are still. The
Let's
filament
remove it.
slides out of its glowing.
And leave. Let's go in this creepy door here. Where the hell are we? What the hell is this?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
What is
The
this?
lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack
A
it open.
gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Look inside the refrigerator.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Huge.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Okay. But not right now. Let's take a look at the
A friendly
wrappers.
cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is a giant pear-shaped fridge doing in a
Good
abandoned
question.
cellar?
It looks like an ice cream fridge.
He takes a look at it. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnival.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Catastrophic. The wall is collapsed. Ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There is a hidden doorway here. Wow, 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has struck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Shine a light on the compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
I do. You do the honors.
Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working. No!
No, his hand reaches in,
An old
rummaging in the dirt.
Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here.
Yeah,
This should cheer you up.
It's yours, officer. You found this place.
Nice. What does this mean? A rifle
It
here?
means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Okay.
He likes this find.
Nice.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Nice. Oh, this place is so fucking sick. A broken Belmagrave. What else was over here? Another ice cream machine? How did we... Frozen ice cream maker that's still running. Who lives here?
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Ice bear fridge. Giant red cable.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Let's unplug them
Something
both.
close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like it's the red one. Because it's black, the color of a measurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any
The
reason.
lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Plug in the giant red cable.
Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life. An
Unplug it.
electric sizzle. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Alright, let's leave. We killed the bear. Okay. Intercom wires. What did we just get? Some tactical? Insane mesh. Versus what? +1 logic? Logic's down to 3. Do we have any thoughts? Any new thoughts? +2 authority against men. Where is this? Hey! Ah, we've made it into the Hobo Heights, I see.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, that's what this
Looks
is.
like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks
No one
inside.
has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
No, let's not express ourselves. Oh, let's do it.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation of an ancient Ilmarin
Please
warrior.
wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it.
Don't wipe it.
You can feel your cheeks turn red under the lieutenant's gaze. You look like a kid, not a police officer. Even the war paint can't conceal the embarrassment.
Wipe it
Thank
clean.
you. So, where were we?
We're
It's
looking
dark
inside the
and
furnace.
grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I could hear people talking upstairs.
Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Kick it with her foot? Let's leave. We're not that dumb. We're not Pippin. The wind howls from the coal chute above. Was there an upstairs in this joint? Oh, there was, huh?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Alright, let's not knock yet. Let's take a look around. Shoes in the puddle of melting snow. What kind of item did we just gain? Postcard, La Delta 51. Handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the door.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
S.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Suliswaf.
Sulislav. I wonder who wrote that note. Who's the ginger
Some
kid?
local miscreants, probably. There are tons of them running around in Martinez, ready to stir up trouble. We usually dispatch our junior officers to deal with them.
I wonder who wrote that
Looks
note.
like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
What's a filament memory?
It belongs
For Q?
inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's
I
like one
do.
of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Do you have an idea where the frozen ice cream maker
I don't
be?
know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg fridge.
Do we have to
Didn't you
unplug
see
it?
one right next to the breaker box?
What is this?
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Flip through the pages, see what catches your eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Hit the note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism.
Okay.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content
La
to
fumée.
spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is this?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Ooh.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
Lewis.
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
What is this tip-top tournament?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Let's read
This so-called
CS.
artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Check out the tip-top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
What's wrong with tip-top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Ooh, hang on, who wrote this
Oddly
stuff?
enough, this article has two bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Why aren't they real
Have
names?
you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms. Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
But then you get to
And
see
that
crash.
precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
I'm just in it for the
You see,
violence.
one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know Tip Top Tourney is actually an organic ritual of capitalist destruction? I had no idea. Kim, you wouldn't believe how badly written some of these articles are. Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I'd take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Alright, let's put this away. Let's put it away for now. Put it away for now. Put it away for now. Alright, let's not let these guys know we're here. Let's go back down to the off-site cube. Which one? This one. I didn't have this option before.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen.
Okay, well, we're gonna unplug it.
Only the black cable is plugged into the break. Something close to you died.
Why did you do that?
It's the immeasurable
The
cosmos.
lieutenant raises his brows.
Let's plug in the bear.
Somewhere.
Plug in the bear.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric.
Try to
You slip your
crack
fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too. If you want to
Pry
try
bar.
again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar.
Okay. You know, I figured that out. Ooh. Damn it. I got distracted by a big colorful grid. Oh, we can't get rid of the light. Nope. There we go. That's the combination.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Turn the crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's
Excellent.
all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Well,
What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
3%? We could always come back. We could always come back to this. I don't think we're done exploring here, though. I feel like this is our best lead. Let's go knock on that door. Come on, kid. Where did we come from?
As before, an eye.
Oh, shit.
This is direct.
Leave. Quick save. Now we knock.
As before, this is direct.
Knock
What
on
an
it.
odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it hard.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your
Aye.
fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
Okay, let's leave.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff in
Kudos.
despair. Anti-Object Task Force. -2 pain threshold. Where is that at? Oh, that'd be 0? And for what do we get? Take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are. See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they're all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know just how much abjects suck. I don't know if that's... Maybe, though. Maybe. Yeah. Let's go, Kim. How did we... Oh. Surprised nobody's popped out and scared me yet. What the hell is going on back there, lady? Hold on, let's go look at the books. It is a tome of fascist magic, rather candid. A quaint picture book brochure, very colorful.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Store keep anything of note on this shelf?
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
What is it? Innocent...
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
No, no, no. Don't hit me with your rhetoric.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I can get behind that. Which is the coolest and greatest?
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You're right.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Well, we're looking for that bird book, I think. Let's look for the bird book.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu, on Archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called.
Azimuth.
Connections to other worlds. Words past Insulindium, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Houdon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Hell yeah.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead.
Or was it 42?
You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Still, can I
I'm
buy
sorry,
these maps?
officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Right on.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is Martinez so
That
cheap?
old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be.
Alright, right on.
From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
Awesome shit.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
No.
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Let's try it.
You peek at the storekeeper, waiting for her to be distracted.
Nice.
When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it. You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Take a look.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional
Placated
medicine,
platitudes?
the kind people don't have access to, and which costs
Wait,
more
no,
than this
that's not.
book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And
we need this book.
There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre- and post-factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly otherworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the pale?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted. The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik, or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds invigorating.
It is, and good for the circulation too.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits, like vodka or whiskey, that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale, and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
Okay, and what does it do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Oh shit. I need to get some of that.
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need.
Let's get it.
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
I probably need that.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
Alright, I'll buy it.
Indeed. Something about that book does seem to have spoken to you. Well, I hope it contains what you're looking for.
What are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Hell yeah, we can. Kim, we can do that while we're making the game. Another boring book. Just discard, dear. Where's the bird book? Wait, oh. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. Oh.
You broke down the back door.
That's right.
The wards. The door. It's all gone now.
That's right.
Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
No. You gotta go extreme.
I suppose
Hell yeah.
it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
Whoa.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well. Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
I already did.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Entity? I don't think so.
The malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her.
None of these are really all that great. Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. You mean the chimney in the central furnace?
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there.
I heard it myself up there.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
Okay.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Hey, thank you, Ken.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery, too.
Okay. Looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Okay. Your daughter, Elsa?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Oh, 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to I'm here to abolish child labor.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
How do you pair?
Good, sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No,
Bubblegum.
I save
don't
it
know.
for her, as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
Child labor and slavery.
Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation. Are we done with the jokes now?
No, we're gonna charge you $1,000.
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
She's chewing her nails.
I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life. She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Hell yeah. Maybe make an exception
She
for your daughter.
stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
What the hell's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
Ooh,
Most of the buildings are empty at the
right.
moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore.
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent, almost inaudibly so.
She tells me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
She an only
Yes,
child?
I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Ooh, why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
Yeah, right, bye-bye.
The woman looks aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I want to buy a
Goodness,
book?
you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Okay,
What else
but
about the
please,
curse?
only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
How does
The
it
curse
manifest?
is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Oh my god, did it? I think so. Oh god.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad
Not the
business practices and
cacodemons.
disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Does it?
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Have you sought
Yes,
out from anyone?
I've contacted numerous parapsychologists.
Like a
and
therapist.
even
Am
a
I
pair
right,
of
Kim?
Simonese
Slide me some skin,
mediators.
brother.
They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Point at a necklace.
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
It's
There are
working.
numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Ah.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
What about the
Yes,
wards on the back
Simonese
wall?
are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
The woman looks aloof.
Alright, bye-bye. Let's go look for that bird book. By the biographies? Where were the biographies? Here we go.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Flip through.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
Wow.
You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
What about this?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Let's try to steal it.
Slowly, you move your hand toward the tome of cockatoos. Before you reach the book, you're interrupted.
Do we really need to do this? I think not.
Kim, can you spot me some cash? Let's do it.
Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
Let's go kick this furnace. Do one of these, because I might hurt myself. I feel like it's gonna be so. And we climb up here. Boop. Where did we? Okay, good. Oh shit! Where? Where? What? Come on.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But what the question is?
That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. It's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure.
Not quite. You do know that there's something unusual about this company's business model.
They were selling the Slipstream to make money. This was the downstairs, yeah. Give it a kick.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Hello!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then, you've awakened the entity.
I summon the ghost of this Doom commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs.
We certainly heard her well.
The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
We fucking did it. We fucking did it. Hobo Cop is getting to the bottom of everything. Hell yes. This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Who are you?
Hello. I'm Nia.
Nia, a bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Excuse me?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
Okay.
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by Emilius?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
What are you asking me about
I'm a
dice?
novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
I might
Very
need some
good.
dice.
My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
Oh my god.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
What do you know about the man who was lynched?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
What did you see?
Who cares about the dead body?
What did you
You might be
see?
dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus? You never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
How often do you work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Sitting at home? What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I see, thank you.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that made up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Nice.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know the people call it the Dune commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain that happened to all those companies?
It's
then?
just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Blaisance was the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with
Plaisance,
entities.
the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Ooh, she does have to exploit her own daughter.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in Rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, it's part? It's a separate building?
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
A little bit.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
There've been many inconsistencies in the
I
curse.
was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
It could be you.
So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
There's something ghostly about you, ethereal even. I yelled to summon the ghost of the...
Oh my, I've revealed myself. You better call the exorcists.
I am the Ghost Whisperer.
Of course. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Do you know what happened to the
More
other
or
tenants?
less.
Support me on
Oh my God.
stream loots blah blah blah.
There used to be a hair salon here.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a little bit of experimenting?
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
And how did it work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Damn, vitamins and
You
minerals.
should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What about all these broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu.
Oh.
Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
What is this thing that we're talking
It's a
about?
Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Damn.
What does she mean to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did somebody make stuffed animals?
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
So he knows about the punching bag.
But what drugs exactly?
What drugs?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Even you can probably do better than that.
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here. but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
They had insects making the shirts?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Damn. But insects don't have any brains or feelings.
Actually, insects do have brains. But yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs
I do.
up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
Get packs to be in the top supporters ranking.
What's up with the
Support
rotor blades and
me
skis?
at blah blah
They were
blah.
made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashkor or wherever he is.
What do they say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind
Men
you.
like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up in her face.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What happened?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind the curtains on a
They
cigarette
seemed
break.
to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time